Hello everyone, this is Marley for you. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 topics about music and experience, how you can get started, and a little bit about my journey into music as a beginner. Before I start, I'd like to mention this video is made of my ideas and advice, and nothing is to be taken as fact. This video will not teach you anything about music itself, but how you can put yourself where you need to be to make music. I've split this video into chapters. You can select them on the video timeline below if you are interested in certain parts specifically. Let's get started. Chapter 1. What you need. Practicing and skills is more powerful than knowledge. If you ask me what I know about music, I would probably tell you not a lot. And the truth is, you don't have to know very much of anything to get started. Anyone can make music, but how you approach music is what matters. And it's not about being gifted. It's about using what you know you have to create. For example, if you have good ears, try making music based on what sounds and feels good. All the other knowledge that you will gather throughout doing will only advance your skills and talents. Another example would be, if you are good at mimicking sounds, your best bet might be to sing or sample your own voice. And just for a third example, if you are efficient with technology, then learning how to use a DAW first is an extremely good way to step into the world of music. Money comes and goes. Money, money, money. A common reason people never get into music is because it seems expensive, and truthfully, a lot of it is. But when you start out, you don't need a lot. Most hardware and software is optional, but to cover the basics of money you most likely will need to spend, in the beginning, you will need a digital audio workstation, or DAW for short. As for hardware, you need any laptop or PC with 8GB of RAM and a decent CPU. The first thing I'd recommend getting outside of those is a Midi controller, but it's not needed to start. Lastly, in this section, I'd like to mention that age is not a constraint when it comes to creativity. If you can think, you can create. Chapter 2. Getting started. In the zone. Your environment affects everything. Deciding where you want to make music is one of the first steps of music. And of course, how you want to make music. But we will get to that later. First thing I would recommend, regardless of where you are and when you make music, is to always keep things tidy and clean, including your equipment, your room, and of course yourself. Nothing beats love. The best way I have found to enjoy what you do is to love every part of what you do. A lot of processes of making music can come with pressure. Maybe something feels too hard. Sometimes your vision can get lost in the noise. And sometimes burnout can creep up on you in a flash. Or for a lot of other reasons, you may want to give up. Music isn't about the output. It's about the journey. Try to remain calm and collected within yourself and take things at whatever pace you need. Your style. Discovery of self is never complete. As you evolve as a person, you find something new about yourself, your taste, and your music as you create. Finding out what you want to put into the world of sounds can come in different ways, for different people. As I myself am only me, I can only suggest what I know myself. But the biggest thing I've learned for finding my style has been driven by what emotions I feel and how I describe them to myself through frequency. Chapter 3. About me. My name is Marley. I'm 22, and I'm from New Zealand and recently gained interest in creating music. Starting out late. I started learning and trying my hand at music only in the last year. Of course, 21 is a late time to start, so I do have my regrets about not starting earlier, but I still consider myself fortunate that I started when I did, and not later. Point is, if you have the passion, then try to capture it as soon as you feel it. This goes for any creative process beyond music, like video editing, animation, writing, and more. My setup. Currently my setup consists of a Launchkey 37 Midi controller, Corsair Void Elite V1 headphones, a computer using Intel i5 10400F CPU, and 16GB of RAM, Ableton Live Lite, and an Odyssey G5 for a monitor. This is most definitely not an optimal setup, but it does the job for me. A lot of this tech is old, but it works enough to make music. If you'd like to check out any of these things for yourself, I will leave the links in the description. However, I would recommend doing research on what fits you personally before committing to any purchases. I wanted to end this video with a reminder that I am only a beginner, and honestly, I don't know a lot about music, or really much in the world at all. My experience with music is minuscule. If you're looking for more advice, I'd suggest looking at some bigger channels and artists that share their perspective as well. Let me know in the comments if this video is helpful or not. I'd love to hear. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.